In a world overcome by a mysterious fog and ravaged by vicious beasts, humanity turned underground for shelter and comfort. And since we got nothing better to do in this decrepit bunker, welcome my friends to Big Brother 3, the summer of the apocalypse. It's been 2 long years since the season of the superstars, and Big Brother 3 is back, better than ever and far more dangerous. In this video, we'll reveal 12 of the house guests competing on this season, tour this bombastic bunker, and maybe get a glimpse of what unexpected twists await our victims this season. Now that's enough from me. In no particular order, let's meet the cast of Big Brother 3! Coming in first is Danika Srichai. She's hot, she's nerdy, and she's a widow! Wait, is she a widow if she didn't actually get married? Danika's tragedy started as a harmless application to a season of The Bachelor, where she won the heart of the dashing bachelor and was set to tie the knot. But on the auspicious day, Danika's almost husband suddenly got embarrassed by all the hearts that he broke during his time on the show, and just dropped dead of humiliation. Men, am I right? Refusing to let this tragedy define her, Danika has set her sights on Big Brother to reinvent her image. Beyond her tragic backstory, Danika is competitive and nerdy by nature. She works as a game audio engineer and has broken barriers by outsmarting all her peers in the male-dominated field. Growing up around the vibrant culture of Tomarang, Danika's a huge fan of the local food and music, and hopes to share the joys of her homeland with the world. Danika is also a certified love bug, and knows just the pickup line to tug at your heartstrings. Even though her wedding stint got her a little paranoid about mortality, she remains determined to outcompete and outlast her fellow house guests in every aspect, proving that there's way more to Danika Srichai than meets the eye. Oh my god, it's my newest obsession! Meet the arrogant diva himself, Tang! This man is a handful. Bill has been a diva as long as he can remember. Bill peaked in high school as an actor in his high school drama club, where he shoved people left and right for the main role and, well, really plays the part. A little too much passion there, son. Please chill. Fast forward to adulthood, his current day job is playing video games online and yelling at 12-year-olds. Because it's hard to keep a steady career when you're constantly bad-mouthing your coworkers or manager for attention. Still, Bill has zero shame despite living out of a trailer with his acting troupe. Seriously, where are they getting all that money from? Bill is a prankster for the most part and loves to talk about himself at parties or at the bowling alley. He does practice and home in on his skills whenever he can, so we'll consider him an aspiring actor. Bill is heading on to Big Brother to set himself on the world stage in his quest to be famous. With his gift of talking people's ears off and stirring up for the fun of it, this professional scumbag is bound to cross a line in the Big Brother house. Also because Mama Tang has been nagging non-stop about his wardrobe and his lack of income, so how's a million simoleons sound, mother? Oh, make way for the boss himself! It's Roger Benjelloun. Your eyes do not deceive you. This dude's a cold-hearted criminal. Former criminal. Roger is a born leader who got arrested for leading the largest Ponzi scheme in Sims history. But naturally, he climbed to the top of the prison hierarchy too, and enjoyed being the leader so much, he extended his 20-year sentence to a 30-year one by actively breaking a bunch of rules. The prison responded by assigning more security personnel and a security dog, and Roger responded by convincing them to quit their jobs, but leave the dog, please. Roger got introduced to Big Brother after bribing the guards for some 75-inch TV time, locked in a building being monitored 24/7. Sounds an awful lot like his life for the past 30 years. You get 100 simoleons? Alright, parole it is. It's time to lead, manipulate, and win Big Brother. Roger has a silver tongue and knows exactly what to say to make others bow to his will. Don't let the grey hair fool you though. All that prison time has made him stronger than ever and more heartless than a snake. His soft side comes out for Candy and Candy only, no matter how many times she bites and scratches. Taming this ferocious beast is an achievement in itself. He's ready to start his own pack that will pave his way for the throne. Now who is this dreary diva? Why, it's Jinx Hex, stylish spellcaster with a knack for some harmless hexing. Jinx is a ghoulish girlie who seems to just admit hopelessness and unrest wherever she ventures. Her heart may be heavy, but her creativity knows no bounds. Jinx styles and creates her own garments to inspire others into the macabre lifestyle. But as a seasoned spellcaster, she does have a side gig of placing or removing curses for pay. Whatever helps the bills. Do they even have bills in Glimmerbook? Jinx first heard about the KCU when the Magic Realm randomly got bulldozed last year? What the hell is that? Anywho, she answered the call when Big Brother was casting this year, hoping that meeting people outside of Glimmerbrook can be the answer to finding the one. Jinx is obsessed with fairy tales, you see. Whether the ending is grim or hopeful, Jinx just hopes for a soulmate for life. Jinx has all the creative skills at her disposal, but she may struggle with anything remotely physical. Hence, she hopes to have a loyal little group that she can write her ending with. Will Jinx successfully place a hex on the Big Brother house? Or is her game a dead giveaway? Oh, it's a sweet old family guy. Oh, he's on the gloomy side too. There, Nico Milhaux, it'll all be okay. You're on Big Brother! Nico is a single dad born in Windenburg who moved to North Haven after a tough divorce. His dream is to open his own record store and unite music lovers all over the world. Until then, his daughter Zoe always comes first. So he makes ends meet at the local thrift store to ensure he never misses a moment with his little sunshine. Nico has a small friend group to lift his spirits on his gloomy days, especially when he feels lesser than or finds himself grieving the divorce. There's nothing a little bonfire tune or fresh tattoo can't help. With Zoe being in good hands, she adores Natasha. Nico sets his sights on Big Brother, hoping to win some prize money for his family and release some of those pent-up emotions. Nico plays with his heart on his sleeve and also values loyalty above all. In a season of seemingly questionable personalities, he won't hesitate to stand up and call out any nonsense behavior. Showmances will also be evaluated on a case-by-case basis. He's a little reserved on the romantic side after the fresh divorce. Nonetheless, with Zoe as his guiding light, Nico will do whatever it takes for a better future. Oh, clear the way! Abi Flores, the most beautiful woman in the world, is here to grace your screens. Her words, not mine. Abi is a beauty pageant judge, and a very cruel one at that. She is infamous for her unattainable beauty standards and unnecessarily harsh judgment. But does she care? Hell no! None of these amateurs can even dream of rivaling her gorgeousness. Growing up in a wealthy family with a lavish lifestyle, Abi has always been taught to value what's on the outside rather than the inside. She is snobby and she has the utmost confidence in everything she does. Impeccable walk! Oh, such stunning eyes. Oh, this fit? Sickening. Abi's next goal is to venture on Big Brother to flaunt her perfection and read this houseguest to filth. And you bet her application is moved all the way to the top of the stack. If anybody has the misfortune of disagreeing with her, she will argue until the tears are flowing. She has thick skin and a ton of charisma to boot. Just don't make her do anything that'll break her nails or she will lash out. Plus, why bother winning competitions when charm and intimidation can do the trick? Can Abi snap a picture-perfect ending on Big Brother? Or will the house guests get sick of her highness before then? Oh, Red is in season! Welcome in Connie Zanidakis, an ill-tempered therapist from Evergreen Harbor. And how does that make you feel? Connie resides in Grimm's Quarry with her dogs and spends a lot of time enjoying the finest wines and cheese. If it's not classy or expensive, she does not want it. Although quite the snob, Connie specializes in mental health for the elderly. I suppose it helps that most of them don't really talk back, except for a select nutcase from time to time that really grinds her gears. Connie also works a little bit with hospice care, and was compelled to apply to Big Brother after one of her patients babbled on and on about how epic the season of the Superstars was. He would not stop talking about reality TV until he looked her dead in the eye and said, "Honey, you will sweep a game like this." And he died. R.I.P. Mr. Rufus. Well, I suppose it's only right to honor a dying man's wish, isn't it? A summer of listening and conversing does sound like a cakewalk to Connie. And Big Brother has an unlimited stash of nectar, don't they? Connie's game plan is to keep an open ear and gather information that will benefit her longevity in this game. She'll ask how you feel, take notes, and use it right back against ya. Money is the main motivator to keep up her lavish lifestyle, and she will not hesitate to double-cross anybody to achieve her goal. Therapy is free, but you will be charged if you waste her time. Who's this fine specimen? It's Clove Larson, a man of many, many talents. Too many, don't believe everything you see. Clove is a very skilled individual and works as a freelance consultant. You may be wondering, now what does that mean exactly? Well, it's whatever you want, baby! Clove is, for lack of a better word, a con man. But he can't put that on an application. He specializes in faking resumes and pretending to be an expert in pretty much anything. Need a consultant for a startup? Sure! Got a grand business idea? Do tell. Need a boyfriend for the night to appease your father? Clove's got you. He's basically made a living by effectively scamming people out of thousands, then immediately skipping town so he's never seen again. Clove has found a new hideout in North Haven recently, where there's plenty of businesses to pry on and take advantage of. And with other shady individuals in the midst, he blends in just a little better. One day he spied this reality TV program named Big Brother. 1 million simoleons awarded for manipulating people over the summer. Sign him up! The cameras are a little much, but Clove already has 10 different professions cooked up and he's ready to play the part. You can't trust anything this evil genius says, but the houseguests may not realize that until it's too late. Every rose has its thorn, and it's especially true for Muna Al-Amri, intelligence at its finest, but with a shady side. Born and raised in a respectable family in Al-Samhara, Muna was molded into a proper ideal lady. Her logical mind and ability to adapt made her a top student in school. After graduation, Muna took the sensible path and became a secretary at Morku Corp. The mundanity of the job, though, has Muna poking around the company's digital infrastructure. That's when she realizes how sloppy this security is. Muna then developed a new obsession: hacking. After months of teaching herself programming, encryption, and digital infiltration, she made her grand heist one fateful night when she rerouted a massive sum of dirty money and sensitive information to herself. She managed to frame a well-known hacker collective and was gone by the morning before Morku Corp even realized what happened. Muna fled to Brindleton Bay disguised as a charming small-town florist. With her pristine manners and uncanny ability to read people, she became a beloved figure in the community. The dark truth is, Muna never left the game. She operates as an independent intelligence researcher and sells information to the highest bidder. Nobody thinks about what they're saying when they're discussing tulips. When casting calls began circulating for Big Brother, Muna was instantly interested. Fame is an insurance policy. Morku Corp can't make her disappear when she's a beloved public figure. She's also giddy at the irony of turning her playbook into full-fledged strategy. Muna has always been underestimated, and her life's work is learning how to turn that to her advantage. Whoop whoop! Party animal Scott Gates has arrived! This man brings out the beast and the freak on the dance floor. Scott is one of the very few werewolves living in Windenburg. Determined to make a safe space for the occult, Scott has started his own club for the supernaturals called Woof Woof. Vampires are allowed to, if they can handle the stench. Nowadays, many flock to the hottest club in town, and Scott has indirectly helped bridge the tension between the occults and the non-occults too. He hopes to continue expanding this party central, and how better to do that than a lump sum of 1 million simoleons? To Big Brother he goes, backed by all his party peeps. Scott is a party animal through and through, with a very adventurous spirit. While he has an affinity for backflips and DJ headlines, Scott is a very charismatic little wolf. He knows just the right things to say to woo people over into having a good time by his side. He is a slobby gym rat, but who has time to clean when you're busy maintaining this hot bod and stopping bar fights from leveling the building? Scott sees Big Brother as yet another adventure to conquer, and he is ready to turn it up to an 11. He's here to charm his fellow houseguests and make everyone get along with him, lest his beastly desires decides to take over and ruin it all. Scratch that. What could possibly go wrong with a werewolf cooped up in a Big Brother house? Whew, if looks could kill! Welcome to the bunker, Lyric comer! Big Brother is child's play for this overachiever. Lyric grew up in Carperdale, young, ambitious, and full of life, until the lemons came with her parents' divorce while in high school. Instead, she transformed her trauma into a social and academic maneuver to the top of the high school totem pole. With great ambition and a little help from the nerd she bullied, she got elected high school valedictorian, proving that you can turn your trauma into something beautiful, even if it means taking the spotlight and the hard work of somebody else. Lyric moved on to the Foxbury Institute to pursue medicine, but the college dorm life has only made her more maniacal than before. Over the next 4 years, Lyric is known as the dorm prankster, the villainous snatcher of boyfriends and girlfriends, and the queen of the keg. Nonetheless, she still scored the bachelor's with flying colors, flaunting her devious personality with zero shame. Lyric has always been interested in reality TV. The backstabbing, the materialistic opportunities, and the thought of a possible true friend? She hopped on the next available casting call without a second thought. Lyric is dipped in stone-cold jealousy and will not hesitate to make and break relationships to advance herself forward. There's no friendship, romance, nor rule she won't bend as long as she emerges as the ultimate victor. And closing out the cast is Dom Figueroa, professional dude and entrepreneur, if you will. You're lucky to be graced with his presence. Dominic is a multifaceted man, always networking and dipping his toes in potential new projects. His latest venture is a groundbreaking concoction called Dude Juice, specially tested bone broth with raw dairy braised kombucha and a kick of cayenne pepper. The business is small, but Dom is proud to share that he has sold tens of bottles thus far. When he isn't pioneering his next multi-million-dollar company, Dom and his 100% platonic best friend Byron host a podcast discussing finance and ways to achieve alpha male status. Never mind the fact that Byron basically lives there and they spend late nights creatively brainstorming, as long as the socks stay on. Dom takes great pride in his appearance, not a hangnail in sight or there will be hell to pay. Spawners fear him. When he's not working, he can be seen cruising the streets of Ciudad Enamorada for his next conquest. Fickle and indulgent, he has no problem ghosting whenever he's bored. Despite only catching glimpses of reality television thanks to Mama Roz, Dom decided to apply anyway to market Dude Juice on an international platform and mingle with hot, smart, and sexy singles. He is determined to dominate all physical competitions and assemble the hottest coalition of people to have ever graced reality TV. In this apocalypse, will Dominic be the ultimate player, or will he ultimately get played? And that is 12 of the house guests that will set foot in this bunker in Big Brother 3! Various new twists await these menaces as evicted house guests this season get to shake up the house with apocalypses of their own. More on those later. And for the very first week, oh don't worry, these house guests aren't getting off the hook. They'd better be at the top of their game, lest some enemies from the past and present sabotage theirs. And that's the official cast review of Big Brother 3 Apocalypse. I can think of no better way to kickstart this exciting year. These house guests are already giving, and I cannot wait to share the official premiere next week. If you're interested, there's a link in the description for our Discord server if you want to mingle with our community there, and I do drop previews from time to time, plus full bios for these house guests. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like down below and tell me who you are rooting for this season. I'm already so attached to this cast myself. I am not ready to send anybody home. Well, have a happy new year, my friends, and I wish you the success in everything you do this year. Great things are coming to the channel, and I will see you again very soon at our very apocalyptic premiere.